literally leaving free money on the table by not doing this, because nothing happens to the money that you put in initially, but then you get money on top of your money just by putting your money in an account. If wealth is the goal, then baby, you need to. In today's video, I'm going to show you what I and a lot of your faves, honestly, actually do to generate passive income for ourselves and for our future generations. And currently, number 5 gives me the highest return on my investment. And it's actually my favorite one on this list. But number 3 is the one you don't want to miss if you never want to feel financially stuck ever again. So to get the most value out of this video, make sure you watch it all the way to the very end. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Vanessa. I'm an ex-corporate finance girly turned certified financial educator. And on this channel, I help women become financially independent. And today's video is no different. I have 5 passive income accounts to share with you in today's video. But before we get into it, there's something that I want to share with you. I have been itching to bring this to the girls since my husband and I did this last year. It is a game changer, and I think more of us women, especially if you care about generational wealth, if you have kids, if you have a family, if you have people you care about, then you might want to listen to this one, okay? So a couple of months ago, about 7 months ago, which was last year, my husband and I sat down and finally did the needful. We purchased our life insurance policy. And I'm telling you this because I recently heard news that happened to a girlfriend of mine, and I was like, oh, we need to have these conversations more often, especially on a channel about money for women. So we sat down a few months ago and we purchased our life insurance policy from a website called Ethos. And to be honest, we had been putting it off for so long. Like ever since we got married, we've been saying we'll do it, but like we never got around to doing it because we thought it would be so hard, it would be so expensive, it would be so complicated to do, but that was not the case at all. Like literally websites like Ethos exist, and for us it was actually quite easy to do. It was all done online, and we just had to answer a few health questions because they didn't require any medical exam. And it took us only a few seconds to get a quote in less than 10 minutes to apply. And I'm glad we finally got that out of the way because according to Investopedia, one of my favorite places to hang out on the internet, each year that you wait to purchase life insurance, your premium increases in cost by about 8 to 10%. And that cost increases to 9 to 12% more every year after you turn 50. So the way it works is the sooner you buy life insurance, the more affordable it is. And that's why we were like, oh, let's get it done now. And I was like, oh, I'm going to tell the girl. I'm going to tell the women in this community. So don't send me DMs asking me what website I mentioned. It's Ethos. So if you haven't purchased life insurance yet, it'll just be down in the comment section in the description box for you. So now that I've gotten that off my chest, number 1, my first truly passive income stream is not an idea, it's not a business, it's not a side hustle. My first truly passive income stream, so income that comes from me not doing anything, is from my high yield savings account, okay? Now hear me out really quickly because you're literally leaving free money on the table by not doing this. When you keep your money in a regular savings account, the bank doesn't just keep your money in a safe box till you get back. No, they actually take your money, my money, cousin Raymond's money, and they give out loans to people who need mortgages or business loans or other loans that the bank might be offering. And then they make money off of that money, our money, they make money off of our money through interest, right? And they charge high interest rates to people who borrow money, but then they only pay us, the people who have kept the money in the bank, they only pay us a very tiny percentage of that interest. And let me tell you why online banks usually let you open high yield savings accounts. The reason is that they don't have the same costs and expenses that big traditional regular banks have, okay? So they have more money to give back to people who save their money with them. And if you want me to recommend good high yield savings accounts that I trust, because you know, when it comes to this online world, some things are credible, some things are not credible, okay? And I only want to share things that are credible, legal, and accessible to you. So if you want me to make a list of high yield savings accounts that I trust, then let me know down in the comments section, because regular savings accounts pay anywhere from 0.01% to like 0.1%. But high yield savings accounts pay up to 4% annually. So imagine having an extra $400, an extra $4,000, depending on how much money that you save, just for doing nothing, just for saving your money. Give me free money for saving my money, please. The second place where I put my money to generate truly passive income are CDs, certificates of deposit. So basically how this works is your bank, whatever bank you bank with right now, you can go and ask them about CDs. Now the way CDs work is when I put a certain amount of money in my bank, if I don't touch that money for a year or 2 years or 5 years, the bank would tell me, okay, if you don't touch this money for X number of years or X number of months, then you will get a guaranteed interest, which is usually higher than a regular interest, right? And it could be as high as 5%. You get a guaranteed interest and nothing actually happens to the initial money that you put in. So if you're the kind of person who's like, I'm risk averse, I don't like to take risks, I don't want to invest, I don't want to buy stocks because I'm scared, CDs might be the way to go because nothing happens to the money that you put in initially, but then you get money on top of your money for doing nothing just by putting your money in an account. Number 3, it's getting really juicy now because we're getting into the build wealth side of things. Now, if you want to build wealth, you have to do one thing, and that is to invest. You cannot build wealth without investing. You cannot hustle your way to wealth. You cannot work your way to wealth. Those things just bring income. But if wealth is the goal, if sitting back and just having money flow into your life, into your bank account is the goal, then baby, you need to be investing, okay? And that's why number 3 is dividend paying stocks. I could tell you all about dividend paying stocks, but I've already made a full video about it. We're at that point on this channel where I don't say, I'll make this video. I've already made the video. I've probably already made the video. I've already made a video about dividend investing. It's fully detailed and you can get started after watching it. I'm gonna just link it somewhere up here and you can watch it after watching this video. The 4th place where I put my money to generate passive income is in bond funds. Now, nobody's going to talk about this on the internet because for whatever reason, these things are gatekept. But let me tell you what a bond is quickly. So you know how stocks and shares, what you're doing is purchasing a little bit of ownership in like Apple or Microsoft. That's what it means to own a stock or a share of Microsoft or a share of Apple. Literally, there's a pie and you own a share of it. That's what a stock is. Don't let anybody confuse you. You just own a little piece of it. Now with bonds, on the other hand, you don't own it, but you're lending them money. You're lending a company money. You can lend the government money through I-bonds. Basically, what you're doing with bond funds is you're lending big companies and big countries some of your money, and the goal is for them to pay you back your money completely. But on top of that, they're also supposed to pay you regular interest income. They're considered safer than stocks because for good bonds, the money you put in, you're guaranteed to at least get your money back. But on top of that, you get paid interest regularly. So it makes sense to own bonds. I don't know if you've seen the Instagram trend where they're like, oh, which one do you want? Do you want $1 million today or do you want $2,000 every month for the rest of your life? Pick one. Well, you can actually have both. You can actually have both through accounts like these ones that I'm sharing with you. If you take the money that you get from your job, from your side hustle, from your business, and you buy income producing assets, which are these things that I'm sharing with you, stocks, bonds, they would be paying you passively just for putting your money somewhere you're getting paid. That's what it means for your money to work for you. And number 5 is my favorite one because the yields on number 5 are the highest. And number 5 is what we call real estate investment trust. Now, a lot of us don't have money yet to buy, full investment properties, but with as low as $200, it is possible to own a part of a real estate project and they would pay you a percentage of their rental income when it comes due. I love this one because the yields are pretty high. About 8% is what's possible with a real estate investment trust, which is actually pretty high for passive income. So you're basically just paying for a piece of a building, of an apartment complex, of an office, and you get paid every time people pay rent without having to deal with tenants, without having to deal with management fees. Like, you just get paid. And I think it's fantastic that these passive income streams exist, and I want to talk more about them. I want to make in-depth videos about each one. So if you're interested in learning more about each specific one because you actually want to generate passive income and make your money work for you, let me know down in the comment section and I'll be sure to make those videos for you. Remember that I'm rooting for you, so please do not stop rooting for yourself. And until next time, please take care.